Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Watchlist by Magenta Trade. Today is Tuesday, 19th of July, and we are back with our regular YouTube live program, The Watchlist. At Magenta Trade, we teach you how to grow your portfolio using option trading strategies. We explain in simple terms how you can participate in the world-leading companies with a fraction of the amount that you'd need as normal investment. In the vast ocean of a stock market, there are plenty of opportunities to gain from the movement of share prices every day. However, market is unpredictable, volatile, and sometimes complex to understand. In order to be successful, you need a disciplined, rule-based approach developed over a long period of experience in the market and focused on building a long-term portfolio to protect your hard-earned money. With that introduction, let's get started with today's session. I started with a different screen. I forgot to switch on this presentation. Today is 19th of July, and here it is. Okay, quickly, our disclosures, all our discussion at Magenta Trade are solely for educational and information purposes. We are not investment advisors, and you should consult a financial advisor before making any investments. Options trading involve exceptional gains, but at the same time, they pose inherent risk. Past results are no guarantee of future gains. For more disclosures, you can visit our website, www.magentatrade.com. So let's straight away jump onto the market without any delay. The market is once again up today after continuously 2 days of rise. This is the third day. S&P 500 is up by 2.55%, almost 100 points. Nasdaq is up by 342 points, and Dow is up by 2%, 670 points, almost going towards almost 700 points now. The most interesting part that we have been discussing for the last few days is whether the market would go north or south, it's up or down. Whichever way it's going to go in the next few days, the important thing to know is that this band is still narrowing. This Bollinger Band is still narrowing. That means when that band expands from here, it would be a significant movement for the index. It would be a very, very strong directional movement for the index. Now, it can still go down. It can still go down. Don't get me wrong. In terms of positions, I'll come to that later on, but it can still go touch the upper band, and from there it can go down to touch the lower band, and then it can go beyond that. But at this moment, as it looks, it has broken the trend line. It has definitely broken the trend line. But at the same time, if you see, this index has not crossed this high of 28th of June. On 28th of June, the high was 3820. Today's, sorry, 3945 or 3945. 3945 was the high achieved on 28th of June. That high has not yet been broken. So that high has not yet been broken. So that means that resistance line is not yet broken. So it has broken the trend line, but it has not broken the resistance line. And if you look in terms of this fall here, the Fibonacci retracements, currently it is at almost 50%. 50% of the this Fibonacci retracement. It can still go up to 61.8%, which becomes a strong resistance there, and that it can fall from there. So, and of course, you can see this resistance 4156. That is our main resistance over there for a long time now. Now, if you see here that line 4156 or little bit more than that, the index tried to break that through for many trading days, and then it sharply came down here. So that is a strong resistance line. Now, the question is, would the index go from here 3928 to all the way 4156? Very possible. in the short term for next 5 or 6 trading days, it's very much possible. There are big numbers coming out in the earnings season, the specifically the technology stocks. um, so that is quite possible. But at the same time, we just have to remember that we are still in the bear phase. We are still in the bear phase. We have not broken the bear phase trend. This particular trend line has broken, but that does not mean that we have gone come out of the woods. We have not come out of the factors of recession and the market downturn. So what is the take there? Simple. Whatever positions, bearish positions I had in the S&P 500 SPX, I have closed that. That is simple because I want to minimize my loss. I want to I want to restrict my losses. I want to play safe. I want to be um, I have to what to protect my portfolio. So yes, I closed them at a loss. Yesterday they were at a profit, but today they were at loss. You can see both these positions. Today's loss is around 403. Overall, the loss is somewhat maybe less than $200 for this one, and a little bit more than $200. This one around 250 maybe, or $245. So to minimize the losses, not to take the chances. Who knows about the future? So we closed both these positions today, just earlier today. So in case you had these positions open, better to get out of them. We can't take chances on them. We cannot wait for more negative things to happen. Meanwhile, some of our long-term positions are in a good shape, especially like Google and Tesla and Booking.com. Booking.com, see how it has sharply risen. So it is today a nice day, I would say, to make some bear calls again, so that we can lock in some of the profits, or you can say we can get some earnings from there. I'll come back to them. Let's quickly go to some of the earnings report that we have earlier published in our social media channels. So if you are not following our social media channels in Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, please do follow them. I want you to be aware of what are the news updates we are giving. And in case you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. Okay, now let's quickly go to the earnings report. The first one we have here is Lockheed Martin Corporation. Lockheed Martin Corporation. I like that stock very much. I traded them very well during the COVID in 2000, year 2000. Yeah, I think 2000. I had several positions for them. Nowadays, I don't have many positions, to be honest. But at one time, I had a lot of them. More or less, it's flat today. Lockheed Martin reported second quarter June 2022 earnings of $6.32 per share on a revenue of $15.4 billion, whereas the expectation was $6.29 per share on revenue of $16 billion. Revenue fell 9.3% compared to the same quarter a year ago. The company said they now expect 2022 earnings of approximately $26.71 per share, excluding $5.16 per share in charges on revenue of approximately $65.25 billion. The company's previous guidance was earnings of approximately $26.70 per share on revenue of approximately $66 billion. Lockheed Martin Corp is a security and aerospace company. The company is engaged in research, design, development, manufacture, integration, and sustainment of advanced technology systems, products, and services. So you can see the summarization here over the period. Their different segments: aeronautics, missiles and fire control, rotary and mission systems, and space how they have performed consistently. Overall, it's a very good company. They consistently they have got orders from the US government and a lot of other governments. They get the defense contracts. So they have got a consistent flow of revenue as well as profit. I can say their prices are fixed in advance a lot. So there's a long term visibility, you can say, in terms of fundamental factors. Okay, cash from operations of $1.3 billion and free cash flow of $1 billion. So, strong cash flow within the company. Whereas they returned $1.1 billion of cash to shareholders through share repurchase and dividends. Okay, now let's look at another company quickly. Is Twist Financial Corporation, TFC, and we have got some details about net income available to common shareholders of TFC, $1.5 billion, down 6.7% from the second quarter of last year, primarily due to benefit in the provision for credit losses last year. Earnings per diluted common share were $1.09, a decrease of 6% compared with the same period last year. Results for the second quarter produced an annualized return on average assets of 1.14%, an annualized return on average common shareholders' equity of 10.3%, and annualized return on tangible common shareholders' equity of 22.7%. Earnings per diluted common share for the second quarter 2022 were $1.09. Adjusted diluted earnings per share were $1.20, down 3 cents per share or 2.4%. Declines were impacted by a higher provision cost compared to prior periods. Net interest margin was 2.89%, up 13 basis points from the first quarter 2022. Core net interest margin was 2.72%, up 15 basis points from first quarter 2022. Adjusted non-interest expense was $3.2 billion, up $119 million or 3.8% compared to first quarter of 2022 due to higher personal expenses, operational losses, and professional fees. Okay, so with that, let's look at what else is happening in the market in terms of individual shares. Most of the shares in our watch list are in positive today, especially the big technology ones. Gold is more or less flat. Silver is also up by only 0.3%. Oil is up by another 2%. VIX volatility index is down by 2.8%. And dollar index is ahead of the Fed announcement is down by 0.6%. Euro is currently 228 pips above the parity with US dollar. So that is gaining strength over there. Bitcoin is up by 3.8%, whereas Ethereum went down by 1.1%. That's interesting. Apple is up by 2.3%, Advanced Auto Parts up by 2.45%, and Accenture is up by 3.9%. Applied Materials up by 5%, and Umbrella is up by 6.5%. AMD up by more than 5%. So as I said, most of our stocks in the watch list are in the positive territory, and actually there is good volume as well. Considering that the market is in the positive, normally when the market is or in the negative or the shares are going down, at that time there is more volume, but today in general the volume is better. Amazon, as you can see, has beaten this, has crossed this resistance line almost. So that is interesting. Um, Probably, and it has also crossed the 50 days moving average. So Amazon is in a very good position here to shoot up from here. But overall, it you can see still the trend line is broken as well. Let's say from here. So you can say more or less this was the trend line, right? This cannot be the trend line. Multiple touches. So multiple touches is here. Can say. So the trend line has been broken here, and this resistance line here is also broken. So okay. So this was the probably the resistance line here. So it has broken, but we'll see whether it closes above that line, and then maybe after another day of beating that high, maybe we can say there is some positive momentum, and we can maybe take a long-term position. Even now we can look for something like a bull put position. We can take some around 105 or $108, $110 or something. We can look for a positive a bullish position there. It is strongly at $117 now. $100 is the minimum one. So let's see if we can look for something in Amazon. Let's say this is option chart for options chain in our paper trading account. Let's go for Amazon. Okay, Amazon looks pretty comfortable there. So if we are looking for when is the earnings on Amazon, that is also important. If there is an earnings, yes, earnings is 28th of July. So we should not be taking a position there in terms of our whether it's bullish or bearish. We should not be taking a position. But still, if you just want to understand what is the situation here, or you can say what is available in the market, that is possible to have a look. So if we have to take a bullish position, I can only right. I can go only up to say 107.5. 110 is 29 delta. I'd prefer something like 20 delta, which is 105. So if we sell 105 and if we buy 100, then we get 81 cents credit. So that is well within our range that we teach here at in our options chain masterclass program, how to identify opportunities and what should be our threshold or what are the entry points. So you can get all those details in our options chains masterclass program. If you would like to join the next program that we are starting from 5th of August, then you can join us there as well. We are yet to finalize or publish the date in our website, but that is the date we are looking for our August starting. Okay, so if you want to take a position, that is available, but as we mentioned in our options chain masterclass program, when the earnings is just around the corner, we should not be entering into these positions. So Amazon, we are not going to enter the position, but just to show you what is available in the market, I'm showing you a possible trade. So let's just clear all legs. Okay, now let's look into some other stocks. Maybe we can look into some of the banking stocks because they have already published their earnings, and there is a strong momentum there. As you can see, Bank of America yesterday they announced their earnings, and they have, like, if you consider this is the uh, or maybe this is also their trend line. Either of it, you can say it is not really a perfect science, so you can consider either of them. So I will consider this as a trend line. Okay, I am getting a three more than three touch points there actually. These are very close touch points, so I will consider this as the touch point, and the trend line has broken over here. So there is a momentum there in the positive direction or in the bullish direction, so we can take a position there. Also, we can consider this as our resistance, short-term resistance over there, and it is on the verge of breaking that resistance as well. Even if we consider as the 50 days moving average as a resistance, then this also we can consider the resistance there, 33.86 today. So it is almost approaching that resistance there. Berkshire is up by 2.4%. Blackstone is up by 6% there, ahead of their earnings. Their earnings is on 21st of July. Chivi is still down. Salesforce is up by 3.3%. Let's look at Salesforce, what happened there. It went down significantly here. Up the low was 156, but since then it has touched and come back. It has come back there. It is now touching the 50 days moving average. Just returned around in three trading sessions there. And interestingly, in one of my accounts, I got assigned on this CRM trade. I'm not sure why actually that position was assigned, but that is possible, when the depends upon the buyer of the option. So I can't really say that, but it was assigned, and now today, because of the jump, I'm in a good position. I got a profit of there, around the $200. Exactly, I'll tell you, it is currently profit of. So ahead of the earnings announcement, the stock is up by 5.5% today, Netflix. So that would be interesting to watch what happens there, earnings later today. Okay, Nike, Nvidia, all are up by more than around 5%. Oracle is also up by 2.2%. Qualcomm is up by 4%. Oracle, actually, if you would like to take a position, maybe it is possible, but because their earnings is later, not in this cycle and all that. It's not within in that time frame. It is later than that. However, it has not yet broken that resistance line. I would say it's still very much within that range. It is possible if the market goes up from here, then we can probably look for something around 65 or $68 maybe. $68. So note this point, $68 could be the short strike. Okay, S&P is also up by 4.5%. Tesla is up by 2.3%. Their earnings is on 20th of July, tomorrow. It is after hours, right? Right. Twitter is up by 2.2%. Microsoft is up by 1.6%. Unity Software, okay. SBNY, did they publish their earnings report? Yes, they have published their earnings of $5.26 as against expectation of $5.06. In terms of revenue, also they have almost touched the expectation, but maybe there is not enough in terms of forecast. Let's see what is there in the SPNY results, because we have that in our positions. Signature Bank, the stock is currently down by 5.4%. Let's see what is the reason. Net income for the 2022 second quarter increased 124.7 million or 58.1% to a record $339.2 million. Earnings per diluted share $5.26. Okay, I'm looking for something in the forecast why the stock is down today. Net interest margin on a tax equivalent basis increased to 2.23% compared with 1.99% for the 2022 first quarter and 2.02% for the second quarter a year ago. Overall, it looks quite positive results. I'm not sure exactly why it has gone down, whether there is a specific charge or something. I was looking for that. I could not get it. Maybe I need to summarize why actually it went down. Try to find out over the next 1 or 2 days why did the market not perceive. I think this is bank's provision for credit losses for the second quarter of 2022 was $4.2 million compared with $2.7 million for the first quarter of 2022 and $8.3 million for the 2021 second quarter. The decrease in the provision of credit losses for 2022 second quarter compared to the same quarter last year was predominantly attributable to improved macroeconomic conditions in our multifamily commercial real estate portfolio compared to the same period last year. Net charge-off for 2022 second quarter was $19.7 million or 0.11% of average loans on an annualized basis versus $17.8 million or similar 0.11% for the 2022 first quarter. A net charge of $15.3 million or 0.12% for the 2021 second quarter. So these all looks good numbers. They are not any of them are not bad numbers. I'm not sure exactly what made actually why the stock is down today. Okay, so that is Signature Bank. Let me check if there are any other big movements today. IBM. IBM is down by 5.7%. And what's the news over there? They warned a potential $3.5 billion hit from a strong US dollar. Okay, because of the currency movement, probably. They are okay. The expectation. Okay. So they have concerns for that currency related issue. Okay. Otherwise, the numbers are good for them. I'm just looking at their different numbers, but overall it is good. But then, obviously there is a strong loss due to the currency movement. And that's why the stock is down today. You see the movement, or you can say the volume. Normal average volume for the 10 days is 6 million shares. Today it is 22 million shares. So that is a strong volume over there. Okay, so any other Boeing? In case of Boeing, actually shares were up today. After they announced several deals for plane orders. The deals include an order of 5787 Dreamliners from AirCap and orders for 737 MAX jets from Aviation Capital Group and 777 partners. Also, there yesterday there was an announcement of a deal from Delta as well, Delta Airlines. There is a Senate vote pending on the CHIPS Act, which could, give around $52 billion to the local chip making companies, and that's why all these companies which are in the chip market, like Marvel Technology, ASML Holding, Applied Materials, and AMD, Intel, Qualcomm, Nvidia, all jumped there 3 to 4%. Or more than that even. Okay. Goldman Sachs jumped after the good results yesterday. Travel stocks are also on a higher side. Royal Caribbean, Carnival, everyone. CCL. I think we have got a position in the paper trading portfolio. Carnival. I had a position. No, it's not there. Anyways, booking.com is there. So, it's in a strong position. Why did I have the booking.com is because it is a strong possibility of splitting of shares there. That's why I have booking.com. But it is, anyways, they are all in the positive today, up by 7%. Carnival. So the airlines are positive, banks are positive, and travel stocks are positive, chips are positive. That's why all these, indexes are strong, have a strong bullish momentum today. S&P 500 is up by 2.6% now, up by more than 100 points. Dow is up by more than 700 points, and Nasdaq is up by more than 300 points. Okay, so with that, probably we could conclude today. Thanks a lot for joining, and please do watch us here in the YouTube and in our social media channels. Also look for our fresh new website. We are adding more features there, and you can see upcoming events over there, and there will be an announcement tomorrow as well. Thanks a lot for joining, and see you back tomorrow, same time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks a lot.